All right. How you guys doing tonight? Welcome to Open Discussion. Open Discussion is a place where we come and talk about different topics. Not a place to get into your feelings, it's just conversation. We're just having open conversation about different topics. Hey Fifi Johnny, how you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? Hope you guys doing wonderful. I hope the weather treating you guys wonderful because I know in times like this, some people still facing the snow, some people still facing really strong weather. So I hope everything goes well with you guys. All right. All right, guys, what's going on? What's going on? All right. This is garden season, and most of my discussion in times like these is going to definitely be more about gardening. We're going to be more focusing on gardening. What we're trying to do, we're trying to encourage gardeners, people, to actually use whatever they have in their backyard. If you have a backyard, use a space. Hey, Lashos Johnny, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Use the space and plant something in your garden. So this is what we are about. We are about trying to encourage people to actually get into the garden and plant some food. We're trying to encourage the new gardeners how to grow their own food. We want to teach them, we want to show them how it could be very simple and not complicated to grow some food in your backyard or in some containers. So this is what we do. We try to encourage people and we try to teach who want to be teach. Okay? Anyone who interested and want to be teach and want to learn about growing food, especially growing them natural, we here to help. Because that's what we about, growing food natural. We not into using all different kind of stuff because we also pay attention to the environment. We also understand the value of bees, the value of butterfly, the value of earthworms. We understand these values. So what we do, we pay attention to what we add to our soil, what we spray our plant with, because if we don't have bees, butterfly, earthworm, we could have problem. Because at the end of the day, we all need food. And what give us food? Pollination help give us a lot of food. We need the bees and a lot of things we use into it. We actually getting rid of them. So we have to look into these things. So this is why we try to do our stuff natural, and we encourage other people not to say we're telling you to grow your food, how we grow our food. But if you're interested, we can help. All right? How you guys doing tonight? What's going on? What's going on? Garden seasoning is popping and it's popping and it's popping. I already have so many things in the soil, just waiting for the spring to shoot up. I can't wait. I can't wait to see the greenness in the garden. Right now, it's looking, but at the same time, it's beautiful because I have so many things growing up right at this moment. So thank you guys for coming out again tonight, an open discussion where we discuss all different type of topic from time to time. But we're going to focus more on gardening because we realize there's a lot of people who actually started gardening for the first time this year. So we want to encourage these people and motivate them and help them and guide them in which way possible to become gardeners. We want to help people to able to make their own soil. We want to help people to make their own compost. You know, here we try to help people to be independent, be creative, because you have it inside you. You have the creativity inside of you. You just need to activate them. Okay? Hey, Buttercup, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Hi, OG Living Life. How you doing? Hi, Brooke Farmer. How you doing? Thank you guys for being here. What's going on, man? I appreciate you guys for being here. Thank you guys so much. Tonight, we're going to basically talk a lot about gardening because, yes, it's the season and we got to get it going, man. And listen me, guys. Listen me, guys. We don't want to have this gardening thing as a competition because it's surely not a competition. It's a place where we help each other because we all have different garden skills. We all have different skills. We all do different things. So it's not a place for competition. It's a place for we all to develop into great gardeners, become good gardeners. All right? With me, guys, I've been doing garden for a very long time. Since about 4 or 5 years, I was in the garden. So I have a lot of experience in the garden field, learning from parents, uncle, grandparents. Wait, let me hear what Brooke say. I think we have 2 cold nights left. Oh man, well, I can't wait. But you know what, Brooke? I have some I plant some ginger and I plant some young, I plant some cabbage, I plant kale. I think it might be okay, but I'm kind of worried to carry out a lot of things right now because I'm really waiting for after those 2 cold nights. Well, for two, I'm excited. I'm excited. I'm excited. Hi, Tara Jones Williamson. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Hi, Diversity Love. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, you know them guys. You got to be careful with these cold weather. I remember one year that I bring out all my plants them and just leave them because giving them some sunlight. Forget to bring them in the night. Bring them in the night and that cold weather come and hit them so bad. You know what I mean? I had us to start over. So we got to be patient with these cold weather because they could come real hard sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, so I've been doing garden for a very long time. If you check my channel as well, you're gonna see how long I've been posting garden videos. Okay, so I know I have a lot of experience about gardening, so I'm willing to help and show people. You know, we just want everybody to able to grow some food. This is what it's about. Grow your own herbs, grow your own food. If anything happen, you could strive, you could survive. You got to be in a survival mood right now, man. We got to be in our survival mood where anything happen, we okay. It's cool. Try to plant a lot of food that can store for themselves. Yes, we enjoy canning food. That's cool. Nothing wrong with canning food. I think it's a good thing. But what I'll say, guys, plant food that could store for themselves. Meaning you could take them and put them in a box and they're okay. You ain't got to worry about if there's no electricity, if they're gonna spoil. You ain't got to worry about that. They will actually stay in the box and right there. Like we have butternut squash, we have Edos that I always tell you about. Different type of squash that can actually store. We have to do these things. I have tried African basil or Kobe, just buy some. Okay, that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Hello, Bamit with Arthur Buckler. How you doing? Thank you for being here. What's going on? And guys, don't forget to sow your seed. Save your seed. Hi, Sissy Texas Garden. How you doing? Hi, Crafty Mom Creation. How you doing? Thank you guys for being here. All right, all right. Thank you guys for being here. So let's get into the garden feel, guys. And guys, always remember, I'm here just to encourage, not telling you how to grow your food. That's your choice. Not telling you what to buy. That's your choice. But for what I see and for my experience growing up a certain way, it's still too cold to plant upstate. Oh, wow. Oh, really? All right, all right. Blessing, blessing. Well, just keep your seedlings going and wait for that time come to start pushing out them, start planting out though. Yes, guys. Let me talk about soil for a minute and then talk about planting, right? Guys, your soil is the most important thing in your garden. Be patient with your soil. Try not to add too much chemical in your garden. Yes, the chemical might grow your plants faster for the first year. They shoot them up big. Okay? But at the same time, what that is doing, that is actually taking away from your soil. What you doing, you use the chemical as a booster to boost up your plant and have them looking big and you see, but you can do the same thing with natural compost. I've been doing this forever, guys. If you never check out my channel, guys, look at my harvest them and see for yourself what I'm talking about. For a person who actually turned clay soil, I turned clay soil in two different areas. Clay soil into black, beautiful soil. So when come on soil, I'm very experienced in soil. So what I'm telling you guys, okay, try, all right, okay. Plant I add more compost. All right. That's what, listen to me. That's the next thing. Don't wait till spring to add your compost. Never wait till you ready to plant. Always do it ahead of time. So let the plant let the hole wait for the plant. Okay, so that's a good thing, Brook Farmer. Yeah. Okay. So yes, guys, your soil, your compost, whatever you do, try to do it natural. Because here what? If you do your soil natural, what's gonna happen? It's gonna last for a long period of time, especially if you keep maintaining it. If you keep maintaining, because maintenance means a whole lot as well. When it comes to gardening, you have to maintain that soil. So you're going to continue. Every year you maintain it. Don't worry about the fall garden. Try to put more work into the spring and into the summer. The fall, late down in the fall, you can use that to start getting your soil together. Start preparing your, yes, you could plant things still, but that is the right time to start prepare your soil. So what's gonna happen by the time springtime come, your soil is actually basically waiting for the plants then. So I'm not here to convince you about what to put on a plan. I only could tell you the things that I use, been using for years, and it working great. Okay? Planter, do you chop and drop? Yes, I definitely do that. I definitely do that. Chop and chop. I definitely do that. And most of the time, what happened? Most of the time, what I really do, like in my walk with them, like basically where I walk, I keep throwing them there. Then I remove that walkway and put a raised the following year. I put a raised bed right where I throw all my chop and chop. So chop and chop is really works as well. It really works. And what happened is a lot of these weeds that grow up in your garden is really good for the soil. Even though, so if you decide, I don't pull up weed. I don't pull them up. I cut off their head. You see, because I've learned over the years that this same thing we call weed add a lot of nutrient to the soil. So if you find a grain, you cut off the head, at least their root is still there. And what's gonna happen? They're gonna continue growing and keep spreading the nutrients in your soil. So chop and chop is a wonderful thing as well. Yes, I do chop and chop. Confession, I ate raw okra because of really. All right, all right, all right. You eat raw okra because of me. It's a good thing, I'm telling you. I do that all the time. I just walk in my garden, tomato. I don't just eat from the garden. The tomatoes, I eat from the garden. The okras, I eat from the garden. I almost eat everything from my garden, raw just like that. I also like to cook as well, so I do cook some from time to time. But yes, it's a wonderful thing eating raw. I do believe a lot of times when we cook these things, we're taking away a lot from them because we boiling it and the steam and it taking it out. So what we do, we eat most of our food raw. Some food you might think about cooking them, but the edibles, the spinach, the okra, the tomato, the sun, guys, the sun already cooked these things. Let me explain this to you and see if it make any sense to you, right? Who designed the pot? The pot did not come like a plant, like a tree that we meet the tree. Someone designed the pot and someone designed let's cook. You see what I'm saying? Someone decide let's cook this food. If it wasn't for that, I guarantee you people would be eating raw food. You see where I'm coming from? People would actually be eating raw food. And a lot of these people in time, all the time, eat a lot of raw food. Potato. We used to eat raw potato. Dig the potato, go to the river, wash them, and eat them just like that. Tomato already cooked. The sun already did its job to these food, these fruits. The sun already did what it had to do to these plants. So we cooking them, I believe sometimes it take away a lot of the nutrition from the food itself. All right, guys, don't forget to hit the like button. Thank you, Fifi. Okay, let me see. Oh, it tastes like slimy, slimy nothing. Right. You see, the slime. That's what you need. That slime give a lot of benefits. So keep doing it. It will help. Trust me, it will help. Raw okra. I love raw okra. I love it. I love it. I made Carol better Milan yesterday. Okay, that's wonderful. What's wonderful? Hey, David, what's going on? Hey, Urban Garden, what's going on? At the grocery store listening, but can't. All right, all right. Yeah, so raw food really helps a lot. I do that a lot, and it really helped me. Because you know what, guys? I believe that our food is our medicine, right? Our food is our medicine. And what we eat, all right, thank you, Lassus Johnny, thank you. What we eat have a lot to do with our body and our health, right? So I do believe, a matter of fact, let me just explain something a little, right? When you put in manure, whatever manure, some people use cow manure, some people use chicken manure, whatever manure you using. Chicken manure, it's a very good manure. Rabbit manure, especially if they're eating organic product. I don't use these things, but for the people who using them, it's a really good compost, especially if they're growing healthy, growing natural, eating natural food. But what I want to say, you cannot chew too much. You cannot chew too much. In everything, it has to be a dose. It has to be a dose. It got to be a certain amount. Just like the herbs we use, it got to be a certain amount. We cannot use too much because it could be a problem. Why I'm telling you this, right? I remember this guy, right? I tell him, I said, man, you ain't got to use this fertilizer. You have enough stuff in your backyard that you could create your own fertilizer. And then when I look at the amount he put in around the plant, I said, my goodness, I said, man, look the amount of fertilizer you put in around your plant. Why? Then he said, well, this is what I usually do. One day, when harvest time, I taste one the tomato, and you could naturally taste something different in the tomato. You see what I'm saying? These things overpower the taste of the fruit. They, they naturally overpower the taste of the fruit. So there's always a limit and amount you should use when you add in anything to your garden. Oh, the produce is so expensive. Oh yeah. Yes, chicken manure works. Yes, I know chicken manure. It works wonderful. It works really good, especially organic. You feeding them with organic and not this bunch of chemical. It could really help your garden. Wait, guys, give me 1 second, okay? 1 second. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, all right, Brook Farmer. Is yep, tomato taste weird after. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. Let me tell you guys, grow your food natural. Just don't put nothing wrong. Just try 1 year and say, I'm not putting nothing wrong with my food, only organic product. You could use your chicken manure, you could use your cow manure, whatever manure, but it must be organic. Try that and see the different taste of using the actual, the thing they have and the spraying, dropping it around your plant. If you want to get taste, if you want taste, If you want taste from your vegetables, grow them natural, guys. If you want the taste, grow them natural, and you see the difference. You see the difference. Yes, the text. Yes, it's a whole difference. Yes, so when you using, this is why I don't add nothing to my soil, and I mean I don't have to add anything to my soil. So I understand there's people who do not have the kind of resources that they could go and get the bushes, the leaf, and whatever. But guys, all I can say to you, try to use only natural product. If you can, try to only use natural product. And if you decide, if you are a gardener and you decide, okay, I'm going to be growing food from now on, even though you got to use clay soil, even though your soil is not as good as you believe it should be. Sometimes you don't understand. Sometimes we believe that our soil is not good, and we have to add these things to our soil, which most of the time the soil is beautiful. You just need to add to the soil and maintain. You see what I'm saying? All right, okay. You could get organic compost for $2.99. That's cool. That's cool. So where you get that Brook Farmer that the people could know who interested in getting that organic compost. Where you find that? Because I mean, if you could find organic compost for $2.99, that's awesome. I add 5. Honestly, Crafty Mom, I understand. But the honest truth is, I don't even know what is 511. The truth is, I don't know. I don't know anything about these fertilizer, because I never pay no attention. You see, the thing about me is I like to stay focused. You see, I like to stay focused. And to me, not saying you guys, I'm saying to me, this thing is distraction to me, because I'm trying to grow my food a certain way. And if I got to focus on all these things I'm hearing about, one day I might decide, okay, let me try this. You see? So I stay away from all these things. I don't want no part of them. So I don't even know the name. I don't know what they're for. I just not interested. But you say it's a fish fertilizer. Okay. Let me tell you guys about compost, guys. Guys, listen. You can, nature have something that it do. You got to understand. It's very important to understand nature. It's very important to understand nature. If you really want to understand nature, if you live where some trees are around, trees like a little forest, a little, I'm not telling you to go way down inside the bushes. Just go in. Just go in and observe what's going on between these trees. Just go in and watch what's going on. You never saw nobody going down inside there with fertilizer yet. You never saw nobody going down inside there with water yet. But everything growing beautiful. That's what I observe, and that's what I do. Nature creates, nature provides. If you have a compost pile, right? If you have a compost pile, you ain't need to add no fish, you ain't need to add no meat, you ain't need to add no worms, you ain't need to add anything to your compost pile. But I guarantee you, leave your compost pile right there and go one day and start sorting inside of it. I guarantee you, you're gonna see weed. You're gonna see worm. You're gonna see all different type of bugs and pests that's inside there. Guess what? They all come from the nature already know what you need to break down your compost, and it will provide it. So when we talk about all these different things, I'm really paying no attention. I swear I don't know anything about no form of chemical because I swear I'm not interested. But guys, I'm not here to tell you not to use that's not what I'm here for. Home Depot blue and white bag. Okay, guys, so organic fertilizer is for $2.99. You should check it out then. But if you have a backyard with some leaf, you could do your own compost. Yeah. All facts. Man, you provide. Yes, it do. You know, listen to me, guys. I as a guy for real. Guys, when you talk about gardening, I'm really deep into gardening. What I'm telling you guys here, I'm 10 years ahead of what I'm telling you guys here. 10 years ahead. This is the basic of gardening I really explain. I really try to teach because you have to start from the bottom, which is the soil. What I'm telling you guys here is the basic. I'm actually 10 years ahead of what I'm talking about here today. Why? Because I always do experiment. I always do my own experiment. I always pay attention to every plant in my garden. I pay attention. I even pay attention to the worms. You know, sometimes you dig in and you see worms coming up. I pay attention to them. I look at them and I try to see, okay, so these are, you understand, these are the worms that really help your soil because you need to know. Let me tell you guys something. Sometimes you introduce, you might buy a fruit somewhere. Let me tell you something. This is how deep I into garden. You might buy a fruit somewhere, okay? You didn't grow the fruit, but you buy the fruit. And while you're eating the fruit, you see a worm or a pest inside the fruit. And guess where you decide to throw that fruit? Right in your compost pile. Do you understand what I'm saying? Guess what you now did? Guess what you now did with that fruit you buy that you didn't grow? Come from wherever. Right? That fruit come from wherever. And while you're looking in it, what you see is a worm or some kind of insect or some kind of pest up inside it. And you know what you decide? Oh, let me throw this in my compost pile. You know what you now did? You introduce another species of bacteria in your soil, in your compost. What about if it have two or if it could multiply? What about if these are the bacteria that actually be in your soil eating down the root of your plant? You see where I'm coming from? So what we do a lot of times, we introduce bacteria that we don't need in our soil. The meat provide these kind of bacteria as well. All kind of stuff which are in our compost pile introduce bacteria into our garden that we might need. Then when we look, we notice our plants start drying down. We notice that the leaf them getting dry. We notice that the plant ain't looking healthy at all. And then what we do? Oh, I believe it needs some fertilizer. Let's go to the store and grab some fertilizer for this plant. You see what you guys get what I'm coming from, right? But I'm not telling you what to do with your garden, guys. I'm just telling you things I see and experience. My soil is moist, sand, mostly sand, so I need to build it up. Yes, a good thing to use is some leaf and some rotten chichong and grass clipping. Oh yes, that will turn it around. Okay. Damn planter, put me up to date with brother. I am 10 years ahead of what I'm talking about today. I'm telling you right now. He said he does this. Okay. Yes. See if they are Sissy Texas Garden. They are actually warm. Yeah, I'll look at them. Trust me. I don't know, guys. I have a video with a earthworm. This thing long like a baby snake. I'm telling you. I know Fifi. I don't have CC and few other people up in here see that video. This thing is long like a baby snake. You know why they're able to become that big? Because guess what? Worms love to feed on organic matter. These worms love to feed on organic matter. So if your garden is full of organic matter, that will attract them, that will keep them, that will, they will remain there because this is what they love. The worms is very important in your soil because the worm create airflow. Remember, the root of the plant also need air. Don't forget that. The root of the plant need air, and the worm is what create these airflow and mix and also help mix your soil. So this is why I'm saying, guys, let's try to grow natural. Let's stop using too much stuff that killing out the earthworms, them, that destroying our bees, that destroying our butterfly. Look into your atmosphere, guys. We used to see a lot more butterfly. Butterflies is lessening up every day. Bees, you used to see so many bees flying around. All that is getting, you got to pay attention to what's going on. Remember, without these things, they are pollinators. This is why we bring flowers in our garden to draw them. Birds are pollinators as well. So we have to look into these things as gardeners, guys, for our own interest because we got to eat. No, I will eat. You will eat the bugs up? Oh man, I don't know about that. I don't even want to put them in my compost bin, but just putting them down my belly. The only bug I scare of is the all-age roaches. Oh, really? I hear that. I'm stealing worms for a boat by the. All right, I hear that. If you run away, they fly after. Really? Wow. Wow. If you run away, they fly behind you. They will fly after you. Wow. Yes, guys. So our soil is very important. And why I talk about soil so much is because it's the basic of gardening. Soil is the basic of gardening and is one of the most important thing in gardening because you need your soil and then after your soil, that's when you come with your plant. Okay? So what I will say, guys, what I will say, for me, what I will do, if you planning to grow food in the long in for a long term, what I will do, I will use 2 years That doesn't mean you're not going to be planting your food. You will be still planting, but what you're going to do, you're going to maintain your soil by adding a lot of leaves, grass, and if you have rotten chichong, these things are a wonderful thing to add. And if you maintain that over the years, what's going to happen, you're going to create a super soil that's beautiful. That anything, guys, I'm telling you the truth right now. Almost 99.9% of everything I plant grows and produces. 99.9% everything I plant in my soil grows and produces. I don't really have dead plants. And I do believe it have a lot to do with the soil and what the soil have inside of it. So guys, your soil is important. Work on your soil. If you're trying to do long-term gardening, get your soil going so it could last for a long time. No. Don't make them fly. All right. My soil, okay. We can send some concrete. Well, my garden is only okay. So your garden is only 2 years young, right? So what I personally will recommend. What I will recommend is work on your soil natural. Use organic compost for your soil. Build your soil right so it's gonna last you for a long period of time. This chemical mess up your soil. As if, listen to me, I see people use so much chemical before. I see people use so much chemical before that their soil turn like sand. And what they got to do now, they got to go back to the basic. Back to the basic and start over. When if you was doing it the right way, you wouldn't have that problem. Okay. That plant, I got, when are you selling your soul? I'll take a few bags. What? Well, that soil is priceless. It's priceless. Maybe if you was closer, maybe if you was close, I might have give you a few bags. Yeah, maybe if you was closer. But that soil is priceless. Because guys, I put a lot of work into it. You see, when you're talking about soil, I put a lot of work into it. It really didn't happen overnight because it was actually clay. It was actually clay. But it's nature turned it around because if I was adding chemical to that, it would have never get there because the chemical would have be damaging it all the time, all the way. Then I would have to find myself going to try to rebuild this thing, my soil, instead of maintaining it. I rather to maintain than rebuild. Mulch leaf was best, yes. My bad. No, don't say the roaches make super juice. Yep. Yep, mulches trees is great as well. Okay. Banana water. Yeah, that's good to soak green banana in water. That's good too. I wanted to plant one to draw up nutrient in the soil. Okay. It is 3 years to break down. Okay. Yes, chemical. deplete the quality of your soil. Definitely. Definitely. Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. Like I keep saying, when I start planting, it was clay soil. Guys, don't get discouraged if you have clay soil. It was clay soil, but I still was growing my food. But I just refused to add any chemical to it. I just refused to buy anything and add to it. Because at the same time, I don't know what anybody using and putting these. I don't know what they're doing. I don't know what they're adding in these bags. I just don't trust anything they see. So I decide I'm not using nothing, period. I'm gonna be using my own product from nature. Let nature break it down. But it comes with discipline. You have to have discipline with yourself because you could get distracted. Because you might be looking at a pasta garden and they're showing you all these chemicals they're using. And then when you look, you see they have some nice tomatoes. This is what messing with people, you know. This is what really messing with people. Because what happened is you see in these gardens where people have the nice tomatoes and they're showing you the product that they're showing around their garden. And you get that distracting, you know, that make you say, wow, these tomatoes looking good. And he using this. Guess what? You find yourself, going and buying the same thing that you see the spouse using. Without ask any question, without just because of what you see. But this person is not going to tell you 2 years from now that their soil going to become like sand. They're not going to tell you that. You see? What I do, it didn't cost you money if you have a backyard and leaf or a small forest close by you. It didn't cost you anything. You just got to go get your leaf, scrape them up, and do what you got to do and let them break down. And yes, you become growing healthy food. Years upon years upon years. Go listen to me. I put a video in my community today, showing a pepper harvest I did in 2021. Then I still could show you a pepper harvest. I post one recently, one of my harvests in 2022. And you could go back to 2020 and see the same kind of harvest. 2019, you understand? So it's the same kind for all these years, the same type of harvest. But with the chemical, I guarantee you, in a couple of years, your soil running like sand. It suck all the mineral and all the nutrients out of it. You're supposed to be adding nutrient to your soil. You're supposed to be building your soil. You're supposed to be maintaining your soil, not taking away. You gotta listen to me. Gardening, guys, let me tell you a little about gardening. You gotta be focused and you gotta be disciplined and you gotta have patience. Focus, discipline, and patience. If you tell yourself that you conscious enough now to realize that, okay, I'm gonna be growing food. I want to eat healthy. I want to grow healthy food. So you reach to that realization where you can, you reach to the realization where you feel like, I want to grow some healthy food. Right? So, okay. The next step you got to go at is what will you use around your healthy plan? What will you use around it? You got to start thinking now. You cannot be watching because you want to use healthy, so you got to discipline. You got to take yourself away from these things you don't want to add. You're trying to grow healthy, organic food. So you cannot focus on these. You see people using these things and the plant look beautiful. You got to focus on the other side where I don't want to use these things. I'm going to focus here. So you have to have a lot of discipline, patience, because patience is a must. If you don't have patience, you're going to find yourself want to go and use different things that you don't want to use, that you understand. So patience. So these things you have to have in mind. Patience, discipline, and you got to be focusing, zoom in on what you want to do because it's easy to get distracted. I'm telling you. It's so true that adding wood chip take the nutrient out of the soil. Who said that? Adding wood chip takes the nitrogen out of the soil. Okay. You see, let me say this. I don't really actually use the actual wood chip itself. I basically wait until the tree rotten and break down. Then I take, break down and become compost. That's what I actually use. Okay, so I could more speak on my the plants, my how I use mine because I actually wait until everything is break down into compost. Then I add it to my garden. You see what I'm saying? So I never really actually use the wood chip, but I think wood chip, once a wood chip is breakdown, I think it become the same like taken from the plant, the tree itself. You see, people got to do their own, people got to do researches before they speak, they say these things. You know what I mean? I wouldn't say much on it. I wouldn't say much on it because I don't actually use the wood chip, but I use the same trees that fall down and rotten. I take that and put it in my compost bin. But I think wood chip will work pretty well in your garden. I think so. But I'm not gonna speak too much on it. Okay, Brook Farmer say small amount, not to affect the plant. Okay, all right, okay. Tara, that if you mulch with it. Okay, all right. Don't mix. Okay, all right, okay. Yes, trees turn back to soil. So I just want, let me see. Can I add it as a bottom layer, mulch layer, or that's too much? Yes, you could add it as a bottom layer because what? Let me tell you. Let me say something. Wood chip is easier to break down. Wood chip is easier to break down if you have soil on top of it. You see, if you just have the wood chip laying, it will break down, but it will take a longer period of time. So if you add the wood chip to the bottom of your raised bed, it will eventually break down faster than if you just. So I think you could add a layer. I definitely think you could add a layer. What do farmers say? Okay. It take time for yes, it take time for the wood chip to break down. But I cannot say it draw nitrogen. I don't like to talk too much about things that I'm not really too. I use the wood when it already break down. But it's the same thing that like the wood chip. Once it break down, it do amazing job. Taking notes. All right, all right. That's what we here for, Ben. We love to encourage people, motivate people into this, Ben. Okay, Fifi, I put wood chip all over my land so it would turn into soil and can use to definitely, it definitely will turn into soil. Okay, so David's saying make don't see the tree. You don't want to use cedar tree. Why you don't want to use cedar tree, David? Wood chip absorb a lot. Add edible mushroom which grow on wood. Which and this is what does be happening with my breakdown tree as well. You don't see mushroom growing out of them. You don't see different plants growing out of them. You see what I'm saying? I do think they adds a lot to your garden. I really do. I do. It's simple. Just don't use it in your garden if it's not broken down. That you see, that's the next thing too. Thank you for that. Because it takes so much time in your garden, and while they're there, they're sucking water, they is absorbing water and other things at the same time. So what I will do, if I really wanted to break down pretty fast, I will add some soil on it. Because I've seen it for myself too. I add bodies, like a tree body, that start, it ain't rotten as yet, but it start rotting. Put them to the bottom of my raised bed and add soil on top of them. And these things break down so fast, I couldn't even believe. I couldn't even believe that these fat body of tree trunk break down so fast. So the soil helps. Then you have the worms. Then you have all the bacteria underneath there doing what they need to do and break that down for you. Yeah, I'm trying to find out why David said, "Oh, use it." Acid see that she takes longer for wood to break down as well. Okay, he said that acid see that she okay. Hi, Crix, how you doing? What's going on? Yes, yes. You know what? Let me tell you guys the trees them that I really use that really transform my soil. The leaf them. What I use to transform my soil. It was pine straws, oak, and maple. Pine straws, oak, and maple. That's what I use to transfer from clay and many many herbs as well. Many herbs that I also use that grows up in my garden. Many of them I use as well and transfer my soil from red clay to black soil. And guess what? If I dig down 16 feet, guys, listen to me. You guys, I'm telling you, from clay, guys, from clay. And if I dig down 16 inches, I'm still not seeing clay. That's how amazing nature operates. 16 inches and I still would not see clay. And everything was clay. Everything was clay. So Maple, and a lot of them things they call weed in your garden. Maple could really turn a soil around. Maple leaf, oak leaf, and pine straw could turn a soil over. Oak and maple. Yes, that's and pine straw. Don't take your eyes off of pine straw. All these leaves. Hey, hands in the dot. What's up, man? Sorry, guys. Let me tell you, man. The oak leaf. Do you know you could use oak leaf and boil for tea? So let me break down a little that I learned from these trees and why the leaf is so important. Even their branch and whatever is so important. You got to remember, these trees send their roots very, very deep. These trees send their roots very, very deep down under the soil. And that's where they feed. So all the nutrients and minerals and all these things that they pull up into the plant, the leaf absorbing that as well. You see? So the leaf them, I'm not giving medical advice, guys, all right? I'm not giving medical advice. I'm just talking about things I use and make my tea. But these leaves, I actually use them and make tea as well. I cannot tell the last time I buy tea. Yes, I am buy tea. I am buy a tea bag. It's so much stuff out there to make tea. You check what I'm saying? So yes. So when these leaves absorb all these nutrients from the plant, where the plant suck from under the soil, when you add them in your compost or in your raised bed, you add a magic in your raised bed. And for thought, guys, just think about it. I want you guys to try it, a matter of fact. Try and turn clay soil into black soil, rich soil, and able for dig 16 inches down and aim fine clay. Think about that, man. I put a lot of work into this thing, guys. I put a lot of work into my garden, and I'm enjoying it because my harvest is abundance. Everything I plant grows. I'm just, guys, I'm not trying to tell you guys how to grow your food and what to use. I only could speak from myself. And if you're interested, you could check out my videos and you could see the kind of harvest I get from my garden without using any kind of manure, any kind of chemical fertilizer, just natural. Leaf, rotten chichon, and the weeds them out of my garden that I cut off the head. I might throw them in my compost. I throw them around a plant. That's what I use. All right. White ash, oak, and maple wood is great. All right. Okay. Okay. Collect bags of leaf from neighbor and put. Yes. And leaf as well break down very fast if you have soil on them. The leaf break down very fast. Okay. You make compost tea from oak. You could make compost tea and you could make tea for yourself. I'm not telling you to do that. But these are I even use the bark of the tree. Guys, is a lot of things we don't know. It's a lot of things we don't know. The bark of the tree I use and dry them and make my own tea from them. There's a lot of stuff we don't know out here, I'm telling you. All right, thank you, Fifi. Don't forget to hit the like button, guys. We appreciate it. Yes. So I just believe in growing food a certain way, but not here to convince anyone how they should grow their food. It's your duty to grow your food how you want to grow your food. I just feel that you get a lot more of making your own compost. I really believe that. You get a lot more out of your plant. You get more nutrition. You get more minerals. You get more vitamins. You got to remember, these herbs and fruit, fruit trees, vegetables, they basically here for us to eat. The herbs here for us to cure. Like we get ill, the herb is here for that. So I believe the more natural we grow them, I believe we will get more out of them. We will actually get what we need from them. Because you could be eating vegetables all day. You could be eating vegetables all day. But if the vegetables ain't have no nutrition inside of them, these things to feed your body with, it become like you're not eating vegetables. So to me, it's very important to grow my food a certain way. I'm not trying to convince you guys how to grow your food. Use whatever you have and grow your food. But I personally is not poisoning myself, telling myself I'm growing food. Guys, even though we got to understand a lot of these things that people tell us is organic and is natural, I don't think they are. We can't go around trusting everybody. You wasn't there when they made their product. You did not see what's in there. How do you know? It's organic. So I only trust myself in what I put around my food. I don't trust nothing in no bottle, nothing in no bag. I don't trust it. Because people making product trying to make what people make product for. So at the end of the day, I'm not here to discredit anybody product. I'm not here to discredit anybody way of planting. I'm not here to do that. I'm just here to say how I plant my food and show how I plant my food and show that you can do it as well if you choose to. You just have to have some patience. You just have to have discipline and you will make it. You're trying to grow food in a long term, do what's necessary. If you're trying to cut shortcut, you're gonna catch yourself back down square one, trying to climb back up again. That's all I can say about gardening, and I just love it. And the season this year, I'm excited. I'm planting. I'm enjoying myself. Because this is the season, and I'm hoping that you guys is enjoying it as well. So yes, let me talk about the Herb Garden Challenge again. Guys, I appreciate each and every one of you for taking part in the Herb Garden Challenge. The Herb Garden Challenge designed to help people grow some herbs because herbs is getting expensive. And at the same time, we all can learn about growing herbs. We all could learn about different herbs. We all could do our own experiment. This is very interesting, and I do feel that we all could learn something from it. You know? Hi, Triple Chat Firearm and Defense. How you doing? Thank you for being here. Yes, we all can learn from this challenge. And I'm hoping you guys are excited as I am. The time is drawing closer and closer. We get into that point where we're going to be showing us the second update. Guys, just be on time. Show your video. Don't worry if your seedling is not doing well. At the end of the day is the outcome. Sometimes seedling gonna give problems because they indoors. Okay? All you gotta do, maintain them, try keep them alive until the weather change. When the weather change and you transplant them, it's a whole different ball game because now you can't deal with the sun. Okay? And we all know how the sun is, how important the sun is to our plants. Take your time inside. I know it's difficult, but just keep them alive. Don't water them too much because they're indoors. So don't kill them, jump them with water. Okay? If you are leggy seedlings, add some soil around their root. Build them up with soil. So the soil can help, they could get strengthened. I want everybody to turn out with beautiful, healthy looking plant. Do your best. Don't worry about now and how they look today. You still have time to bring them back. You still have a lot of time to bring them back. Just maintain them and keep them alive until that day for planting day. Planting day is getting close. And guys, like I keep telling you guys, on the 15th and the 16th of March, if you have anything that you need to plant on that day, get them in the soil. That's a beautiful, those 2 days is two beautiful planting day. I wouldn't miss it for anything. If they are done well, start over. Yes, don't give up. You shouldn't give up at all. And guys, please do not give up. Yes, learn from your process. Don't give up. Don't feel discouraging. Because guess what? Sometimes you'll be surprised that bad seedling that you believe is bad and messed up turn out to be the best plant in your garden. Turn out to be the most successful plant in your garden. So don't get discouraged at all. I personally, I don't make it bother me if I got some leggy seedlings. That don't bother me because I don't know what I'm going to be doing to maintain them. And once I maintain them, transplant them, that's it. And guys, I do not wet my plants them. There's a lot of guys in gardening. You should always pay attention. You should learn something new every time you step in the garden. If you're not learning anything, then you're not paying attention. There's so much for you to learn in that garden that if you go in the garden and you ain't learn nothing, then you're really not paying attention. I I mean, you know, everybody have different passion in gardening, so I kind of understand. But as apostle, I will watch my plants them from the top, go right down to the bottom. I will up and down. I will observe these plants from the top of the bottom to the bottom. I also study the size of the root of the plant because these things are very important, especially for container gardeners. This is so important for people who planted in containers. You're supposed to know the size of the root of the plant. That's something you're supposed to know. So that's gonna make you determine the size of the container you need. Because there's plants with big roots, there's plants with small roots. Plant, I said March 50, that's it. Yes, that's too magical planting, the guys. The 50, you have anything to plant, it doesn't care where zone you, well, if you're in a cold zone, then you know you can't do it. But it's for the people, March 16, remember worms. Well, right. For the people who soil is still frozen, is not really for you, it's not really for people in cold climate. If your soil is out, well, cold hardy. If you have plant that is cold hardy, yeah, you could try that as well. You could try that as well. You could plant. It's a beautiful, two beautiful planting day that I personally wouldn't miss. Thank you, Fifi Johnny. This video, if you have leggy seedlings, guys, if you have leggy seedlings and you don't know what to do and you worried, check this video out that on the screen that Fifi Johnny pin. Check this video out and this video will help guide you about leggy seedlings. All right? Yes, thank you, Fifi Johnny. I appreciate that. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. All right, guys. What I'm gonna do, what I'm gonna open up myself to, which I was, what I'm gonna open up myself to is if anyone, especially in gardening, if anyone want we could do, we could basically, let me tell you, I'm putting it out there. If anybody interested, just hit me up, all right? Hey, the mood, what's going on? What's going on? Yes, what I'm gonna be doing though, I'm gonna be doing where if anyone want we to really have, because I'm willing to share information. And I'm also willing to learn as well. Because we never know everything. We still learning. I will not tell anyone that I know everything because I'm still learning myself. After doing garden almost all my life, I'm still learning today. So I'm not gonna say I know everything. So what I'm gonna say here, if anyone want we to have conversation about gardening, hit me up. All right? I'm open to that. Want me to have conversation about gardening? I'm all up for it because I'm willing to listen and also to share. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm only focusing on, I'm gonna only talk about how I grow. Okay? How I grow my food. I can't speak about how to use chemical and how to use this because I'm not a part of that. I'm not a part of that, so I'm not even interested to learn about it. It might sound crazy, but I just feel like we really need for learn to make our own soil, learn to make our own manure to feed our plant. In case there's nothing in the store, what we gonna do? We need these skills. We need these. Our foreparents, they used to use what they have. So we got to try, at least try to use what we have and build our own manure, our own compost to feed our plants. Hey, Demood, what's going on? Hey, God Eats Homestead, how you doing? Hey, Duval, City Girl Gardener, how you doing? Thank you guys for being here. Thanks each and every one of you guys for coming out. I appreciate you guys. Yes, guys, so gardening is something really is a place, it could take you to a place, but you gotta be open to it. You gotta be open to it. And like I always mention, guys, go into your garden with a good energy, a peaceful mindset. Your garden should be a place of peace, a place where you're able to go and relax, a place where you could go and spend all day. You could naturally spend all day and feel at peace. Okay? Thank you, Fifi Jordan, for that. Thank you. Yes, guys, don't forget to support this channel however you can, because all we do on this channel is try to motivate, and what we do give away from time to time. So if you wanna support this channel, you can always join our membership. We will truly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much. Hey GT Junior, how you doing? All right, all right. Yes, guys. So when we talk about growing food, man, when we talk about growing our own food and basically survival, it's not really about just growing food. We got to think about survival too. Because, man, I don't know what's going on these days, but I see a lot of things changing rapidly. Rapidly. A lot of things changing. Recently, I could have go into a store and see one cashier that stand up there to help you. Now I will go and there's none. Just the machine them. Some guys, something is going down. I don't know what it is, but something is going down. And all I can say, guys, be on your survival mode. Click into that survival mode in case you could be all right. Because when machine take away all these jobs, what people gonna be doing? People have a family to feed. People might have a rent to pay. People might have a mortgage to pay. People might have all kind of stuff to do. You have your children to feed, but you lost your job. what we gonna do? So we got to get into click into survival mode now. How we gonna survive? If there's no water in your home, what you gonna do? I mean, think about it. If there's no water in your home, your family, your kids, what you gonna do if you really ain't prepared? The honest truth, what I will tell you guys, I'm gonna just name out few things that I think people should always keep, because guys, you just never know what could happen, especially if like you live in a apartment or something like that, right? For like the people in apartment. And a matter of fact, anybody, doesn't matter whether in an apartment or house. 5 gallon bucket, guys. Save, get a few 5 gallon bucket with the cover, with the lid, and just put them somewhere, guys. Just put them somewhere. Okay? If a situation come and you have no water, the toilet ain't flushing, no water in the toilet bowl, you have no water outdoors, you have absolutely no water, but someone need to use the bathroom. They can't go out in the yard and do it. They can't, you can't go in the street and do it. But if you have 5 gallon bucket, all you gotta do is use the 5 gallon bucket. And once you close back the 5 gallon bucket, you know, there's things you could throw inside it for help with the scent. But once you seal back the 5 gallon bucket, you're really not smelling anything. Yeah, you understand? Well, pit hole is like for people who have it outdoors. But if you ain't have that, I think people got to get back. I mean, I'm telling you guys, you just want to be under, yes, it's all about survival. You just want to be at that place where if stuff happen, what toilet pit hole, right? You know what I'm saying? Go in the yard, dig a hole, squat and squeeze. Well, if you could do that, that's fine. If you could do that, that's fine. I mean, if you could do that, that's okay. Folks in part of California right now have no power, low on food, and plenty of snow. Damn, wow. You see, these are the kind of things we're talking about here right now. These are the kind of things we're talking about here right now. Being prepared, man. You see what I'm saying? You just never know what could happen. So we got to be in our survival mode. But honestly, them 5 gallon bucket really helps. They could help you. So if it's me, I will invest in a few of them and just have them there in case. In case. Because the way I see things going now, all they got to do is just shut off the electricity, and nobody have no electricity. Nobody have no, close down the communication with the internet. Nobody have no internet. Cut off the water system. It's easy. It's so easy for create a chaos. Like a snap of a finger like that. Things could be normal like right now. And by the snap of a finger, a whole complete change. No water, no electricity, no internet, no banks to go to. Just like that. Just like that, guys. Los Angeles, high home metro is. Oh, man. Empty house for who? Oh man, that's so sad, man. Wow. Damn. I have used 5 gallon bucket plenty of time going down a tank trail, holding on it for a dear life, pumping oil. I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. You gotta do what you gotta do, man. Yeah. By the snap of your finger like this, everything could shut down. Everything. No food source could come and bring no food to the supermarket. No electricity, no water, no communication. Your phone shut down. This is how it can be. So the truth is, we love technology, but sometimes we got to go back to the basic for certain things. Because technology could close down just like so, and everything shut down. You see what I'm saying? So, we used to have the little radio them. Remember, we used to have the radio that they have, what I call them radio again. But still, you wouldn't be able to get no radio either. So at the end of the day, community communication shut down. You stuck where you are. What will you do? These are the things. You want to able if stuff like that happen, you could stay in your home and survive for a period of time until things change. So survival mode is a must. If you never cook food outdoor, you should learn. All right, guys. I don't know. You guys hearing me? I don't know what now happened there. You guys, I don't know. I don't know if you guys don't see what happened there. This is crazy as hell. I'm here talking about loose connection, and the thing just start buffing. I'm telling you, guys, listen to me. We got to pay attention, Jed. This is crazy. Hi, John Shoot 67. How you doing? Yeah, we all know. Wait, Pat, you are frozen. They don't want you to talk about. I see that. I could see that. I can see that. What do we do for him? To reboot, wow. Guys. Mm-mm-mm. Yo, this is some crazy stuff right here, boy. I guess so, Fifi. I guess so. My goodness, I thought I lost. My goodness. Yo, you squeeze a little different when you ask. Man. Anyhow, guys, you guys know what I'm talking about, man. I know you guys are intelligent people, and I know you guys know we get into a place now where we have to be prepared. We got to be prepared because things is happening left, right, and center. I'm telling you, not because we're not hearing about a lot of things. You see, too, there's so much distraction these days that we hardly hear what's really going on because things happening like crazy in different places, but we're not hearing. But anyhow, these 5 gallon bucket, let me see, hands in the door. You don't have to squeeze. I'm telling you. All right, okay. Right, right. Guys, them 5 gallon bucket, it helps. Because I know a lot of people, you see, the way, like in them small in islands, right? Time has changed now. But I'm sure people still using these. They have a toilet out in their yard, in the yard, where they build and they have a hole and they build something for you sit on with the seat cover over, and then you also have the shed. And everybody had one of them, man. Everybody had one. You're digging deep hole. The hole is really deep. Everybody had one, man. But for years, I never see any up here. But guys, these things are so important. I'm telling you. Yeah. You can also buy toilet seat to put on the bucket. Yes. You can definitely do that. Dutch pot, okay. Yeah, so let's be these buckets really could help. I'm sure a lot of people familiar with these buckets. Yeah, latching. Yeah, we call it that a pit latching. Yeah. Yes. Outhouse. Okay. It is. Yeah. Well, it's like it have you build it how big you want with the roof and everything, the side. You build it with a door. It's like you have a shed outside. Yeah. It's like you have a shed outside and you just go and do your thing, but camping toilet. That's important too. That's a good one, or you live in life. Camping toilet. That's something. If you could afford it, you could go at too. Yep. What a cute name. Oh, it's house. Yeah. Okay, I hear that. That's what they call it. Okay. Oh man, that's cool. Outhouse. That's a nice name, man. That you ever run out of toilet paper when you are in Banana. Man, listen me. Listen me. Hey, I'm sure everybody did. I'm sure everybody did. You know, like I don't tell people these days, I say, you guys so privileged. You know what I'm saying? You guys, toilet tissue finish, you just grab another roll. I mean, I know people used to have to use, the brown paper that the tissue roll up under. People used to actually have to use that. People have to use bush. And you gotta make sure ain't no ants on the bush. You gotta make sure ain't no ants on the bush them. I mean, life has really changed, man. That bucket with seed attached. Okay. Man, my grandmother bathroom was in the basement. Too scary. That's when I learned that what I saw was we did what exactly, exactly. New paper will walk too. Newspaper, right? Yes. Yes, newspaper. Hell yeah. Newspaper was, I'm, I'm telling you, luxury. Yeah, you're right. That's luxury right there. Three shells. What is three shells? All you living life. Newspaper was toilet paper back then. Man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you. We used to strip toilet paper. Yes, that's what I'm talking about. The roll of the toilet paper where it roll. We used to tear it apart. And oh my goodness. Man, I go, I can't believe we did that. And it was normal. It was yeah, for real. I mean, it was a way of life. You see, that's the thing. No banana leaf yet. No banana leaf yet. Just new paper and lamb hairs. You know what, man? I believe lamb hairs can walk. Yes. Because lamb hairs have this. Lamb hairs is a herb too, no? Yeah, lamb hairs is a herb. But yes, the way the leaf brand, lamb hairs could walk pretty well. Yeah. But man, these are the time. And if you grow up doing this, then it's okay. You could survive. It's okay. But it's the people who actually never use the bathroom outside or in the bushes or wherever. These are the people who need to really get into survival mode. The people who went through it and did what they had us to do, if it have to come back again, they already know what they need to do. But you have actually people like 20 years and under, maybe 25 years, 30 years. I don't believe they ever, well, in certain places, yes, in certain places. But yeah, in certain places, people never went outside. They always and flush and so for people like that, it will affect. Yeah. There was a bush we used to call it Bam Bam Bush. Another bush was that as well. You see, sometimes if you're in the bushes and you gotta use it, sometimes you have no choice with what bush you use. So you gotta make sure you looking at the bush that they had no red ants. Yeah, some red ants used to be on bushes and stuff. And when they bite you here and they roll over and bite you. So they're not biting you one place. They keep biting you. So you got to make sure that them is not on that leaf or they tear you up, man. But boy, that was some time. Survival is easy if I have to go back. Listen to me. I'm still living survival mode on up to today. And that's the truth. I still go outside and cook my food. You have the gas stove. I rather you go outside and cook my food. I still basically kind of live that life. So it's not really gonna affect me. I don't know lamb ears was a herb. That's you know what? Do some research on lamb ear. Do some research on lamb ear and you'll see. Check it out, man. I guess we're gonna have to squeeze battle so because paper may not be I guess so. I guess so. Because paper mightn't be available. You're right. I have been hunting and had to get out the trees in a hurry. Always keep your paper out. Okay, I hear that. I hear that. I hear that. Red ants and leaf. Fifi, you know them red ants, right? Man, them red ants is something else. When like they bite you and when they don't roll over and go on somewhere else and tear you up, man. Okay. Red ants, yo, them red ants say no goddamn joke, man. I'm telling you. Yo. Squeeze buckle portable. Okay, I hear that. Roll and bite, and they were so tiny. That's the thing. They're so tiny. Some small little ants. They bite you and roll and bite you, and so you have to make sure that there is not on that piece of that bush you grab, or they will tear you up. I'm telling you. So yes, man, I believe we might able to survive these things, but I don't know about the younger generation. I don't know about the younger generation. Some people don't even want to use. Some of them don't even want to use the public bathroom. They will hold until they get home in their house. So that only for tell you. That only for tell you. They don't want to use public bathroom. They will rather wait till they get back in their house. So that only for tell you what's going on. You know what I mean? When you're using latrine, yes, the latrine is deep. The latrine is deep, but at the end of the day, there's doo-doo down inside there already. You know what I mean? And you gotta go over there and do your thing. You know what I'm saying? Oh man, I'm telling you. I'm telling you, latrine seat used to have red eye. Yes! Yes, yes, yes. Yes. They used to have red ants as well. Well, so you have to make sure you go in and you dust off, you make sure you check. Man, I'm telling you, those were some days. I like. That was some days. Cook up and mess. Yep. Cock up, yeah. Yo. You gotta do what you gotta do. Oh man, that was some days, man. I'm telling you. Public toilet, my mother taught us how to squat and never sit. All right, all right. Younger generation woke up and progress will not wait. Exactly. Things over all the yes. Yes, 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 yes. If you see if things start, if something happen, and we could get up and just start doing what we need to do. When some people are gonna be panicking, what to do? I mean, if you need to use the bathroom and you see some bushes over there, you know how to run up in them bushes and do what you got to do. Yeah, people gonna be. This younger generation might not want to do that. For real. These kids, I'm telling you, yes, 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 yes. It's a whole different ball game with this generation. They get everything so easy. You see, technology and everything makes stuff so easy for them that they never had us to do anything too hard. You know, so it's like everything was so easy for them. Water in the house, gas stove right there, electricity. You ain't got to worry about candle. You ain't got to worry about lamp. You ain't got to worry about these things. Everything is just there. So they lose it when come on survival. So honestly, having discussion like these could help generation to come. Because we actually used to do it. We actually used to do what's necessary for us to survive and for us to do what we got to do. You want to use the bathroom? There's nothing else to do? No, we gone. Grab some bush. If you ain't have no paper, you got to use bush. If you read the government emergency preparedness document, they say the die-off will be approximately 80 to 90% of the country because they don't know how to survive. Maybe they're right. Maybe they have a maybe they're right. Maybe they're right because survival skill is important. Survival skill is important. You have listen to me, and you got to be creative. So something happened. Say something happened. People lose their house. People lose whatever. There's no place for you to shelter. You got to be creative. You got to be creative. You better walk around and start see if you could find stuff to build a shelter, even in a small shed for house you. You better be creative and walk around and do what you got to do. Those people you have to watch out for when emergency situation because their mental is really off, which is true. Which is true because when this situation occur, people gonna bug out. People gonna actually bug out because they don't know what to do. What can I do? Going nuts. This is why, if you notice when situation happen, you notice a lot of people just be jumping off roof and all kind of stuff because a pressure come down. Maybe they might people will jump off a roof just because they lose their job. And why they will do that? Because their job was their livelihood. Their job was what keep the house, what keep them to drive the car, that made them live comfortable. And because they lose that job, their mind bug out. Because they ain't see no other way. It's because they don't know what is struggling. They never struggled before. So they don't understand what is struggling and how I can overcome this. They just feel like, oh, my wall is over, my wall is over. Because they lose their job, and because you lose your job, now you're entitled to lose what you have. This is why I always say, guys, always try to have a backup plan. Always have a backup plan in case something go wrong. You could turn to something else. Okay? But when you grow up a certain way, that you don't know what is struggle, that you don't know what is can't pay your electricity bill, that you don't know what is your gas bill. You got to struggle to pay your gas bill. You got to struggle to do everything. When you ain't grow up like that, you grow up living a certain way and then you have a job able to maintain the way you grow up. And then you come and lose that job because you believe, oh gosh, I lose my job, I'm going to lose everything. You start bugging out. People jumping off roof for these things. But when you understand what is struggle, when you understand what is struggle, you wanna think, how am I gonna get myself out of this? What am I supposed to do to get my, and you're gonna walk it out. So I always have a tap and cord in the car. That's a good idea. That's a good idea. If people don't know how to survive for themselves, they will come after what you have. Exactly. 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 Because, all right, you growing food, right? You as a person growing food, and people see you growing food. And emergency situation occur where you cannot get food, you cannot buy anything. People might start come to you. People might actually start coming to your house looking for food. Want to take your food, a matter of fact. So you're right, that's true. Because it wouldn't be easy for a person to sit back and watch their children want food. So they're going to get up on the prowl, go looking for food. And guess what? They might end up by your door. That's so we got, these are things we got to really look into. And the mood, you say you have a tap. I have several of them. Like for instance, if something happened, I could frame out. I could frame out a house with wood. I ain't gotta go to the store. I could frame out my shack with wood. And I have a tarp for the roof. And I have a tarp that could wrap around. You see what I'm saying? So you could have a tarp for the roof, and you also have a tarp for wrap around the shed. So right there, you have somewhere to shelter. These things are important. A tarp is maybe, depending on the size, you might be looking for $40, $50. But it's a good investment. It is a good investment. You could use tarp and create a shelter for you and your family. Yeah, it could keep away the rain, and it could become a shelter. So, not telling you to go out and spend every dime you have trying to be on survival mode. That's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying there's certain things, if you can buy from time to time and put aside, not telling you to just go out there and buying things crazy. That's not what I'm saying. But certain things, you should think about it. There's something for a car. There's a I forgot the name you call it, but you could use it to jump start your car. You could also use it for charging your phone. You could use it for, you have a light that you could shine. You could plug, like you have like an outlet that you could plug inside of it. So what you do, that's a good thing to invest into. But always keep them charged. Always keep them 100% charged. They jump start your battery. You put it on your battery and it jump start your battery. Right, a battery charger, yes. I have complete emergency kit, my house and car included, map. Definitely, definitely. The life you save will be your own. I hear that. He said he keep in his car. But that's a good idea. That's a good idea. Because it's certain things I have, it's certain things everybody should have in their vehicle. It's certain thing everybody should have in, because the reason for that is if you got to run, you should have it in your home and also in your vehicle. Because sometimes you might have to run out your house. And if you got to run to your vehicle, you already have them in your vehicle. So that's a good place, the moon. That's a good place to have them. I'm not afraid of disaster. I just want to be prepared. That's it. Better to have and never need it. That's it. That's it. That's it. I'm not scared. It's just, and I'm not trying to get anybody scared. That's not what I'm doing. I'm just trying to say, man, for what we see going on, it's best we start being more prepared of what's happening. That's what I think. Be more conscious of what's going. A lot of people I may say, man, when that time come, I'll deal with it. But for what I'm seeing, I think especially you have a family, man, I think you need to start looking to things different. Because at the end of the day, your family, your kids, you don't want to watch, they're watching you in your face and you don't know what to do to help them. That will be an awkward situation. The family to keep tab in car. Okay. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense. Keep stuff in your car that you could always need. That, that makes sense, the mood. That makes sense. That makes sense. So you could always in your car, and that thing too. That next thing again too. The mood, because here you could be you could be driving. I mean, it ain't gotta be no big situation. You could be driving certain place and your car could broke down. Maybe you're driving in a area and your car broke down where nobody is coming out to help you, or you're in a situation where you can't call nobody, you don't have a phone. But what's in your car, you could survive from it through the night till the following day. Somebody might see you. So yes, man, it makes sense. It makes sense. Let me see what it's saying here. The top and the end saving my. Oh wow! Back in the snowstorm, couple. Oh wow! You see? Thank you for that, Demode. Thank you for that, cause that somebody could see this and learn from this. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. Wow. And it ended up saving your aunt life back in the snowstorm. Couple years back in Atlanta. Wow. She was trapped in a car for 2 days. The tarp kept her. Oh man, wow. Wow. Thank you for mentioning that, Demode, because honestly, what you say there could save life. Because sometimes we don't see things until it happened. You know what I mean? When it happened to us, that's when we see it sometimes. So by you doing that, and you actually save her life, and what you say here, maybe some of us might learn from that. This is why we always got to be on the go with our survival instinct. Anywhere you go, you be prepared. Just like how you remember your parents used to tell you, anywhere you go and make sure you have taxi money and money for pay phone. Right. Anywhere you go, make sure you have taxi money to bring you back home and a quarter for the pay phone. That was being prepared. And we got to get back into the zone because over the years, the past assets 30 years, everything becomes so easy. 20 years, everything becomes so easy that you don't even need for study survival skill because everything was so easy to. But now, what we see taking place now, we need to get back into that zone and we need to teach our kids how to survive. We need to teach them because the world that they're going into, if they go into that without survival skill, it's not going to be easy. And imagine it don't snow a lot. Right. Could you imagine? It don't snow a lot there. Need to stay. Yeah, for real. For real. For real. Always be prepared. Yep. And clean underwear. Well, you know what? That's something. Your parents always tell you, boy, make sure, anyhow you leave in your house, make sure you have on a clean underwear. Yes, David, that's true. Parents always mention that, man. Always. Hey, Gina versus Gina, how you doing? Thank you for being here. Always keep on clean underwear. Parents always tell you that. They are, because you see, our parents was always in survival mood. They was always kind of prepared. They don't have what we have today, the technology, but they was using the instinct that they have and know things that they need to be prepared, and they was well prepared regardless to how little they had. So being prepared, it's a wonderful thing. I'm just glad she listened. Some people would. Oh yes, you said it right. Make sure your jars clean. That was, yeah. Yeah. But you know what? The prince, this is what I does always say. We learn so many things from our parents, our grandparents. They teach us a lot of principle. Yes. And if we live by these principles they give us, sometimes our life a lot easier. And that's the honest truth. But at the same time, there's a lot of things as well. I'm gonna listen to them with the things that they experience themselves and learn from themselves. But when you talk about with somebody, tell them, you know what I mean. With somebody, tell them, I got to question that. A lot of things I got to question. So what I try to do, I try to build on the principle that they teach. They teach us growing up that from their experience, their way of life. I try to build on that because it's very important. Planta, can you believe we survived growing up without cell phone? Yeah, 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 yes, yeah. You're right. No, these kids as young as 5 have phone and smart device. We communicate different. That's how technology changed life. Technology changed life. You remember if you want to go by your friend, maybe you come from school or it's a Saturday, and you want to go by your friend, you got to leave your home and go down to your friend to make sure that your friend is there because you want to play. And when you go down there, sometimes your friend ain't even home. And you walk down there and you mad. You say, damn, I walk so far. Come down here and they're not even home. These days, it's just a phone call or a text message. You see what I'm saying? They just got to make a phone call or a text message to confirm whether you're there or not. We had also actually get dressed, get outside, walk, go down to see if people home. You remember sending a letter certain place will take a week, 2 weeks. Now, all you got to do is type and send in seconds. This is how technology, this is where technology comes. Oh man. This is where technology comes. It's technology has made some of us stupid. They can't use their brain. That's true. That I agree with that too. I agree with that too. Because when you remember, you're going somewhere and you know exactly where you're going. You're in your vehicle, and people used to actually know where they're going. Drive, go, drive, come back. Since the GPS come in, people can't, if the GPS ain't working, people forget. People can't remember because if the GPS was leading them. We're not using our brain as we should. Years ago, and we walk everywhere. Right, and we walk everywhere. You had to make sure his mama also. Exactly. Exactly. So you had also. No, it's different. Let me see. Yeah, no, people don't think anymore. Thinking gone out the window. I remember when they used to say we only use 10% of our brain. Well, I think we may be using 3% now. When I walk in the school system, kids who live next door to the school took the bus. Really? No walking, right? Wow, no walking. Yes, it said I'm on the envelope, the red blue border. I see one in ages. Yes, right. Yes. But you remember you said in a letter how it take how so long to get home or wherever you said in it. And no, this is where technology has come in. No problem solving skills, no common sense. That's true. That is true. Because now everything we turn to the cell phone now. You couldn't just go over your friend to play. And his Baba. There was some days, man. You're right, man. Critical thinking erased nowadays. Yes, Pete, yes. That is so true. 3 weeks. Exactly. Exactly. Yeah, we absolutely don't think anymore because everything, honestly, sometimes I put down my phone. Sometimes I definitely put down my phone and just stay away from my phone. You understand? Just to able to function on my own. Because
If you don't do that, you will turn to the phone for every single thing possible. So sometimes I just throw it aside just to able to think for myself. Because you know you could actually go in the phone for everything. You see what I'm saying? It was a problem solving skill that taught common sense. That is true. That is true, George. True, 67. That is true. That is true. When I was in Iraq, I could everybody have WhatsApp. Right, Dimon? Time change, brother. Time change. Most people don't know your phone is taking. You said it, man. You said it. You said it. I don't know if we understand. I don't know if we understand that something control this phone. You understand? And whatever control this phone know you more than maybe know you more than you know yourself. And that's for real. Because everything you turn to the phone and they realize all you do you notice sometimes you might talk about a product and then when you go your phone, the next thing the product show up, you scroll in and the product pop up. You was talking about the product, then you go on your phone scrolling through, then the same product pop up on the screen. Something is listening. I'm telling you, something is listening. Growing up in Ohio, I missed the bus and I had to walk 2 miles to school in the snow. For wow, wow. Them kids these days they ain't going to school that day. I tell you that. Definitely study. Yep. You remember when we used to remember everybody number? It was like, yeah, 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 yeah. A few years ago, I could have remember people number, and that's no joke. And ain't just one and two. All your friends, your mother, whoever, number you could have remembered. No, you you're lucky if you could remember five. Yeah, technology really is dumbing us down, and that's the truth. Yeah, this listen me. If you don't believe what I know said, every time you talk about product, go into your phone and start looking. And I'm telling you, you will see that product somewhere. These phone listen. These phone listen. They listen, and what happen is what I believe is happening. I believe this phone is listening and advertiser because technology is and basically I believe you're pushing you to advertisers. That's what I believe. So you talking about product is send a signal to an advertiser and the signal push the product. I mean, it might sound like crazy, but trust me. That's why when you talk about product, it eventually pop up on your screen. Something is listening and sharing information. I remember when operator had to connect to your right, right, right. My mommy didn't pay. If it was dead or see, you went. You, that's it. You just had us to go to school. I bet. I bet half of you don't know mama cell number. Cause you don't just oh, oh man. I remember a lot of number from when I was growing up still because I Lord I retain them. But no, it's different. Yeah, it's really different. It's different. Because all you gotta do is open your phone and scroll up. That really taking a lot from us, man. It's really take a lot from us. Yeah, it doesn't matter. You go into school. And that's because people change that fast. Yeah. Yeah. Now the phone listen for certain trigger words. Yes. 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 We hit in a time now where time is really different. Time is really different. You got to be careful. You know, you got to be careful what you say. You got to be careful with a lot of things these days, man. You just got to live. You just got to live your life. That's why the simple living, I could deal with that. I still keep a written phone book. Makes sense. It makes sense keeping a written phone book. It makes sense. Because, like we was saying, if anything happened, you have no connection, you have no electricity, everything shut down. You become crippled. But if you have your book, you could still turn to your book. That makes sense. That makes sense. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Yeah. Things is going on these days that we got to be aware, be more conscious of what's going on, get into our survival mode. It's really serious. Save your seed. Don't forget, guys, save your seeds. Not telling you to just go the crazy and buy all different kind of stuff. Because you just never know. Sometimes you just got to get up and move. But always save seed. When you have seed, seed could become, guys, let me tell you something. Seed could become so important. So important. Because you got to remember, people want food. People, you're hungry, people want food. People want to plant food. And you the only person have seed? Think about that. Just think about that. Remember, the change phone number, the change phone number very fast. The best tool invention are pen and paper. I hear that, man. I hear that. A phone book. Yes. We got, guys, we got to, man. We got to wake up and see things for what it is. You know what I mean? If you never believed nothing before, is no reason for you not to in this time. When we could have procrastinate and believe nothing ain't gonna happen, it's before our eyes right now. Learn to grow some food, save seed, and get in your survival mode. Get back in your survival mode. We don't know what could happen. They don't even teach who's writing anymore. Right. Different world. We in a whole different world where technology has taken over by far. So you know what I mean? By far technology has taken over. We basically dealing with a technology wall today. Soon you won't even be talking to you'll be talking to robots, which already start happening. Phone calls. Sometimes you make a phone call. Who you got to deal with before they transfer you to a real person? You got to go through all kind of stuff before they transform you to a real person. This is the age we're hitting, where you wouldn't be talking to people, you'll be talking to machine. And it's already here. Yes, I agree with that, Fifi Johnny. Pay attention and take action. Pay attention and take action. You said it right. I'm not taking no damn robe. But wait, do I ever? That's what I'm telling you. So, baby, you have a choice now, but soon you ain't gonna have no choice. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. You know, before them transform you, you got to answer questions before them transfer you to a representative. Yes, this the wall we hitting into now, where survival mode is a must. Get back into the simple living where you could survive, grow your own liquor food. I'm telling you guys. And even after the transfer, you can't understand the person on the after the computer. I hear you, man. This is the time. This is the time. Yes. Yes, guys. Well, I thank you guys for coming out again tonight. I truly appreciate each and every one of you for coming out tonight. I really appreciate you guys. Thank you guys for coming out and support. Thank you guys for all the likes. Thank you guys for participating in the Herb Garden Challenge. I know it's just the beginning, but it's going to get more heated going down to the end. More heated, more, believe it, it's going to get more heated. When you see people start actually taking the plant outdoors, yes, it's going to be very heated. I don't know for a lot of people, but right now my herb garden is green. My time, if you see how my time them looking right now, green, green, green. I could harvest from my time right now. But so just don't give up and always remember, guys, try to always plant herbs that comes back. A lot of them do come back, but try to plant herbs that comes back every year. So it saves you time. We wait to talk to the computer before we build it. Right. Exactly right. Exactly. What have we turned into? This the wall we into, man. Yeah, great conversation, Platt. I appreciate your time and your input in this step. Thank you so much, Fifi Johnny. I appreciate that. Thank you. Self-check is out of confidence. It's a pain. Yep. In the past 10 days, we only seen 2 days of sun. Wow. Really? I now have everything under grow light. Trying to get it. All right. All right. Okay. Very nice. Thank you, Demo. Thank you. Thank you. I appreciate that. Thank you. Wait, planter. Your hopes that big? Some like, but no, 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 no. That's my time that comes back. That my times that come back. I'm not talking about them that from the seed. No, no. That's not them I said from the seed. That time I have, I think them about going for 3 years now. They actually green right now because I look at some. No, 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 not that. No, David, no. I do get some great weather. I tell you that. I do get some great weather. It's just be every day. The weather is beautiful every day. In the night, it might get like a chilly, but in the morning, then 9, 10 o'clock, sun is out. So yes, them thing is growing pretty well. Thank you, Jones Shoot 67. Well, David, I hope with this challenge, I hope nobody come in with them hopes. You know what I'm saying? Because people actually watching. You understand? Make sure it's your seedlings, you start from seed, guys. If it's me, say for instance, you set your seed and they're not doing well, you should definitely set more. You should definitely set more. Don't wait on them because sometimes you see them ain't good. Some of them not good. So be careful. Waiting and see to germinate and they never germinate. All right? Where say I scare you? No, man. Them is old plants. Even my um pineapple mint. My pineapple mint is green. Yeah, my pineapple mint is green. David say got scared. No, man. Well, right now I already start planting all my herbs. Them though. I already start planting and they start catching. You could see they start catching. So I'm just waiting for them. So you guys gonna be seeing a lot of herbs pretty soon. No, no, no. My seedlings and them still small, still very small, still small. But to me, once you got 6 leaf, I ready for plant. The weather is good and you have 6 leaf, you ready to go in the soil. But my next planting day is the 15th and the 16th. I'm going very hard them 2 days of this month, the 15th and the 16th. Yes, I will be planting a lot of different things on that day. Cabbage, broccoli, sage. What is one name? Man, there's so much of them. I can't even remember some of them for real. Wait name again. Is a green. Oh man, wait name. Right on my tongue, man. But anyhow, I have a lot of them to plan. So guys, watch your weather. Be careful with your last frost. Don't try to rush and try to plant too much before the frost because the frost does come wicked sometimes where it just Scotch up your plant them. So be aware of that. Let me see. Over meter. Okay. I'm gonna be right. All right. Okay. I hear that. I just want to see. Let me tell you something, guys. I just want to see everybody. I just want to see everybody with a beautiful, successful garden. That's my goal. That's what's gonna make me happy. You check what I'm saying? I'm not here for my garden look better than yours. Because if that was the case, I would not tell nobody how I do anything. That would have been my whole secret. But I also have 10 years ahead of what I'm talking about today. 10 years ahead of what I'm talking. What I'm talking about is the basic of gardening. The basic of gardening. I have so many information to share about gardening and ain't about Googling, no information, my own experiment and my own experience. So much to share about so much different plants. I know about so much plant you would not believe because I studied them for years. So I just want to see everybody with a successful garden. Everybody. All right. Thank you guys. Truly appreciate you guys. We have rain, mud, oh wow. Sorry for that, James. I hope you get some good weather soon. We have rainfalls. Okay. Okay. Yes, we feel some. Okay. Yes, we feel. Always remember, yes, positive. Always remember for stay positive. Yes. But give thanks. Yes. Thank you, good eat homestead. Thank you, urban gardening. Thank you, Fifi Johnny. Thank you, Gina versus Gina. Thank you, Dimu. Thank you, Fifi Johnny. Thank each and everyone. Thanks, Shoot. Jones Shoot 67. Everybody who come up in this live tonight. Thank you guys so much. I truly appreciate each and every one of you. And you guys be safe. Peace, love, and blessing to each and every one of you. Don't give up. Stay positive. Be blessed. Good night, everyone. See you all soon. Blessings.